Hello everyone, I felt the need to make this video today. This is about a meme that I made a while ago, a Anarcho-Monarchist meme that I think is very clear and brilliant. So it says, you agree that your personal ideal version of the law is possible? Yes. Yeah, that makes sense, right? And under anarchism, anyone can write to your personal ideal law? Yes, because law is words and ideas, and anyone can write down words and ideas. So yeah, that makes sense, right? And whichever individual writes that ideal law would be a monarch, because it's one person writing the law. Yeah? That makes sense, right? Which makes anarcho-monarchism objectively the ideal ideology, because everyone gets their ideal law. Written by the market, by anyone, because anyone is the market. And then this is the joke. But monarchism is really bad, it's tyranny. He just hears the word monarchism, and that's his reaction. So the comments are we have a lot of ha-has, and the likes are decent, but the comments are very interesting. None of this makes sense. What about this? This is probably the only one that is questionable, but even that has logic behind it. Because you don't understand what anarchism is, read the third panel, which is right here. And under anarchism, anyone can write their own ideal law. Ask yourself, where does law come from? From human beings. Anarchism is no different. It simply decentralizes the creation of law away from the legislature and the ruling class. Well, the third panel is the one that's obviously wrong. What? If you have an ideal law, why can't it be written? How is that wrong? I don't know. This is so bizarre. What is going on with people, human beings, and politics? Politics and law is like some weird blind spot that humans, most humans, tend to have, and I don't know why. I don't know what it means to say everyone can write their own ideal law, and it's less clear how doing so makes one a monarch. I'm like repeating myself now. Law comes from man. You are a man. You can write law. How is this hard to understand? How is this objectively wrong? Anyone can. How can this be any clearer? Look, what is going on? And it's less clear how doing so makes one a monarch. Read the fifth panel. One man writes the law. Monarch, one ruler. Again, same thing. Total misunderstanding or lack of understanding. Something clearly beyond your understanding. Time to do a bunch of learning on what this is supposed to mean, because it reeks of brain rot. How? In its current form. My answer to anybody could write your ideal right would be no. What is wrong with people? Why do they feel this is no? Like, where does law come from? From legislatures, right? Is the legislature God? No, the legislature is man. You are a man. How can this be any clearer? Wait, is this the king of your own domain kind of thing, where they're implying that you could write your own laws for your own individual existence that doesn't become law for anyone else? Because it seems like more steps than just anarchy for the same result. Where did the Constitution come from? People. Where does the Constitution of Ancapistan and Comistan come from? Well, it would have to come from people, yes, otherwise it could never exist. A monarch, a single person, can write the law for Ancapistan or any other ideology. So no, it isn't your own laws for your own individual existence that don't become law for anyone else. Good law under anarchism will be adopted by others, just like good ideas are adopted by others. Why is this such a hard concept for people? What is wrong with human beings? What is wrong with their brains and their psyche? I think it's interesting. The meme shows a copy of the Constitution that is based on natural law, and they're proposing a monarch that claims to rule by divine rights would equate to natural law. I didn't even see this one yet. See, this guy just doesn't understand that monarchism can be anything. They're caught up on the word. They can't get past the word. See? This dude right here, where was he? This guy right here is the last panel. But monarchy is tyranny. It's theoretically possible that even monkeys hitting random keys on a typewriter could write my ideal law. Yes. That doesn't mean I'd base an ideology on it. It's your it's your ideal law. You would choose the best law you can find, and so would everyone else. That law would have to be written by someone or else it wouldn't exist, correct? Why is this concept so incredibly hard to understand? If it's your ideal law, then why wouldn't it be your ideology? Anarchism rejects the concept of hierarchically enforced laws. No, it doesn't. It's so stupid. Anarchism doesn't necessarily reject hierarchy, it rejects coercion. All institutions have hierarchy. It is inevitable and useful if applied properly. This is even this guy doesn't understand. The law is discovered through scientific means and not created. No. This is completely false. At least he got 3 laugh reacts. Whoops. The law is natural. Not really. Physics is natural. Material science is natural. The law is not really natural. What is created is criminal bullshit to justify causing individuals permanent harm, loss, and damage by violating the individual's natural right to have ownership, sovereignty, authority over their own life, works, trades, business, and property. Here I am. Law is an art form. Who are the artists? Humans, individuals. If humans don't create law, then what does? Ghosts? Animals? You're right? He has no answer to this 3 hours ago. I post about monarchism in this Facebook group. Your Majesty's posting cringe again. Right here, my kingdom is greater than every other. That's so true. These other dumbass ideologies have no constitution. They have no formulated common thread. This person talking about anti-libertarian meme. This is something I go over right here. There is zero law in anarchism. You're completely bonkers. Anarchism is lawlessness. Try reading the definition. A political theory advocating the abolition of hierarchical government and the organization of society on a voluntary cooperative basis without recourse to force or compulsion. Also, what makes you inclined to believe that a king would consider of writing a law to fit one citizen's idea? What? Under anarchism, a peasant, a clever and thoughtful peasant, can become king. Anyway, the point of this video is I think these comments are confusing and sad and interesting at the exact same time, especially considering these people call themselves political philosophers, which does not seem to be the case. You fail. Okay, libertarians like to hear this, but anarcho-capitalism would look a lot like medieval feudalism and create more borders and many micro-monarchies. You're not a real libertarian if you support open borders and democracy. You fail to consider that these monarchies would actually serve the people, since they're voluntary and thus must have good and noble law. Anarchism is anti-capitalism and anti-constitution. Why is it anti-constitution? These are such stupid people with such stupid opinions. Where did they get these ideas? Why would I support the Declaration of Independence? It enabled slave owners in the South to keep owning black slaves as property. No, it didn't. You're thinking of the Constitution, and the Constitution didn't support slavery. Then the Constitution gave them power to keep that system going, and those same slave owners started a war for the sole purpose of keeping those slaves. I mean, the Constitution gave the federal government power, but the slave owners used their own force to maintain slavery, and the U.S. Constitution ended it. This guy, finally someone with a decent brain. If people voluntarily submit to your authority, I have nothing to say against that. A good king rules with his constitution, not his decrees. Finally, a shred of understanding in this. This is the most brain dead meme I've seen all day. 11 likes, ridiculous. This is the state of society. Saying that people say this often in a anarchism group. I haven't watched this video, so I'll skip it. I'm somebody's bitch, monarchist, saying this. You know there's great value in hierarchy and order as long as it's built on merit and consent. Why is this an embarrassing thing to say? I don't understand how that's an embarrassing opinion. It seems to be self-evident. Anyway, that's it for the whole thread in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this longer video. Actually, you probably didn't enjoy it because it's so frustrating. I hope you enjoyed the meme that it started with. So, and I hope the meme makes sense to you. And if you're watching my channel, you probably have the same understanding about this topic that I do, which is good. We need to spread that understanding. It's so important in this time of great political gridlock and nonsense, with brain dead leadership, completely devoid of ideas, and we need to accept the covenant and build the ark. Anyway, that's it for this one, and remember, a single constitution is more powerful than 1,000 elections.